What would you do if you heard blood-curdling howls echoing across a desolate mountain range at midnight? This question haunted a team of soldiers who ventured too far into the Andes. Tonight, we take a step into their terrifying and surreal experience. Welcome to the Nightside Archive. This is the silent howl over the Andes, in the barren heights of the Andes Mountains, where oxygen thins and time appears frozen. A group of military operatives embarked on a confidential mission that would riddle them with sleepless nights and unanswered questions for years to come. This isn't a rogue military story. It's said to be a bone-chilling chapter in a long and unexplainable military history. Our account starts at an old Bolivian military outpost where whispers of strange happenings sent a chill down the spine of every recruit. Soldiers reported unsettling events, objects disappearing, dark figures darting between the mountains, and most sinister of all were the howls. When the full moon climbed above the icy peaks, an ominous wail, long, sorrow-filled, and piercing, would echo for miles. Locals called it El Grito Silencioso, the silent howl. When asked about this name, a fearful elder murmured that the sound reached deep into your heart, yet didn't touch your ears. It wasn't something you heard, it was something you felt. The Bolivian military, desperate to quash wavering morale, asserted it was merely environmental, a scientific phenomenon caused by shifting glaciers. Many soldiers believed them until they experienced it firsthand. One frosty night, a patrol team stationed themselves near a critical checkpoint on the southern slope. Like clockwork, the howls began as the moon rose. The air grew heavy with unease as the strange vibratory sound coursed through the air. Then, something unthinkable happened. Private Luis Sanchez, who was regarded as one of the most resolute, experienced an abrupt blackout. His teammates rushed to his side, only for Sanchez to wake seconds later, screaming and clawing at the snow around him. He described something standing over him, something far too tall to be human, with eyes that glowed like embers. Disturbingly, his teammates reported having seen nothing. By morning, Sanchez's mental state had deteriorated. Normally tough as nails, he couldn't speak without trembling. Recognizing the psychological toll on the team, their commander dismissed the incident, attributing it to altitude sickness. But deep down, everyone felt that this was no ordinary affliction. As days unfolded, the occurrences became more ominous. One night on a routine recon, another soldier, Corporal Diego Marquez, witnessed what he called the impossible. He claimed that the shadows cast by their flashlights seemed to move independently, creeping toward them like living entities. More unnerving still was that those who stood closest to these moving shadows felt a draining chill seep into their bones. Marquez refused to speak of it again, yet the terror in his eyes lingered. A week later, the team was ordered deeper into the mountains to investigate unexplained tremors reported on seismic devices. What they found defied their training and logic. At an abandoned mining outpost near Illimani Peak, there were signs of destruction, as if structures had been crushed under massive, unrelenting force. Odd scratch marks stretched across wooden beams, their depths highlighting humanly impossible strength. The group began setting up camp to report back in the morning. Some spent the night fervently praying. Others sat in silence, seemingly unable to process the looming terror. Then came the crescendo. Shortly after midnight, Private Hugo Alvarez, who was on watch duty, saw shapes. At first, nothing more than shimmers, moving in the darkness beyond their floodlights. The howls returned, so intense that one radio operator collapsed with a nosebleed, while others yelled in agony, clutching their heads. The howls weren't just heard, they were physically overwhelming, like a weight pressing on their chests. Before the team could evacuate, chaos erupted. Alvarez reported seeing a massive entity, the origin of the howls, he believed, emerging from the ridgelines. With a height described as unnervingly immense, its appearance blurred between shadow and solid form. The glowing embers Sanchez once described were real. Gunfire ensued, followed by panicked screams. Oddly, every shot seemed to dissolve in the air before reaching its target, as if an unseen force consumed the bullets mid-flight. One message reached military command. Retreating, enemy, or unknown, help. Then came static. Backup units dispatched at dawn only found snow-blanketed silence. Every soldier from the original party had vanished. Equipment was scattered, and eerie tracks, far larger than any human footprint, led deep into an inaccessible crevice. The Bolivian army closed off the area with explanations regarding avalanche risks. Even now, rumors swirl about survivors, including Marquez, known to have resurfaced years later in an asylum. His chilling and near-identical recounting of shadow entities has fueled theories ranging from ancient curses to cryptid sightings. No official reports have ever detailed what El Grito Silencioso truly is, but older generations still whisper about a curse, awakened by intrusion on sacred grounds. So, what's your take? Was this a cryptid defending its terrain, a mass hallucination engineered by the harsh Andes elements, or something altogether otherworldly? Share your thoughts below, and remember, when nature screams, it's best to listen. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Nightside Archive. Sleep tight,